in the moment tonight. I got an email from a good friend of mine a couple weeks ago. Not even a couple weeks ago, I think this week. And in that email, it really sort of spoke to me. And it said, be in love with your life, every single solitary minute of it. And I'll tell you why that spoke to me. And I think you sort of tie that into the Jason Collins thing, and you tie it in with living your own truth, and you realize that you have to love your life so much that you know you're worth the truth. Right? Now, that's some deep stuff. I'm going to repeat that because as I said it was deep. It registered in my spirit. You have to love your life so much, and you have to love your life so much that you want to live in your own truth. You want to love your own truth. Because you don't live your life for your mother or your father or your sisters or your brothers or your coworkers or your boss. You live your life for you. Ultimately, we come into this world alone and we leave this world alone. That means our lives are one thing. They're ours and nobody else's. So, you can live a lie for people if you'd like. You could live a lie for people if you would like. You could live a lie. You could live in deceit. You could live in the darkness. You could live in the shadows. Right? But living in the darkness, living in deceit, and living in the shadows means you don't love your life. You don't love you need to be in love with your life. And you as clearly, you say, oh, I'm in love with my father, I love my mother, I love my kids, I'm in love with my wife, and so therefore I'm hiding it from them. You love them so much you want to protect them from it, but do you love yourself enough to protect yourself? Because protecting yourself means you live in your own truth. You guard yourself in the truth of who you are and what you bring to this world. Because at the end of the day, you living a lie for them means you're hurting them as well. Even though in the initial onset of it, you don't think you're hurting them, but you really are. Because what happens when your truth comes out? Because what happens in the dark always comes to the light. And then the betrayal comes in. So simply put, live your own truth. And if you live your own truth, you can truly love your life. Every single minute of it. Love your life more than anything else, because if you don't love your life and you don't love yourself, you're incapable of loving somebody next to you. You might say, I love you, but that's in words only. You can only truly love somebody if you learn to love yourself. Love yourself first. You can't even love your children until you love yourself. Because the true love is the love that one person has for themselves. Be in love with your life, America. Be in love with your life, and that means guarding yourself in your own truth, living your own truth, no matter what anybody says to you, no matter what the media says, no matter what your parents say, no matter what your wife says, your husband says, on and on and on. Live your own truth. If you can live your own truth, that is the first step to loving your life. And when you love your life every minute, every second, the good, the bad, the ugly, the deliverance, the deliverable, everything. Embrace your life. So do this favor for me before we get out of here. I only have a couple seconds. Take those hands and wrap them around yourself and love yourself.